The Maryland Business Roundtable for Education presents STEM Education in the Classroom. Scientists coming into the classroom are a valuable support to Maryland's teachers and students, fostering curiosity and critical thinking.
STEM specialists in the classroom is a good way to show the kids the process of science, the critical thinking, the inquiry-based learning, asking questions.
Science is kind of the never-ending puzzle. I get to always be looking for something new and different.
Researching the exciting frontiers of personalized medicine, the specialists presenting today share the power of genes and the role they will play in the future of medicine.
Genes are responsible basically for telling cells how they ought to behave. Genes can control everything, and that's basically what makes up who you are. We all have two sets of chromosomes, ones that we get from our mother and one we get from our father.
The specialists brought in stuff for the kids to touch and feel and look at, which of course right off the bat gets them motivated, they're engaged, they are going to start using that critical thinking. They presented them with a problem.
I am going to break you guys up into 3 groups, and I'm going to give you each a bag that has 5 different bags inside. And I want you to try and figure out which the 2 parents were to give the offspring that are in each bag. Why do you think that the parents and all the generations above would always have to have one of the dominant alleles? Why would that be? Why could that be in a genetic sense?
The recessive get killed?
Yeah, it's lethal. It's not compatible with life. You had it right on your tongue. That's what it is.
It's the process that the students need to learn, and it's a way of changing their thinking of what they're used to.
STEM specialists bring the excitement of cutting-edge research into the classroom, giving students the opportunity to understand the importance of what they're studying and why it's relevant.
We're looking for different responses to prescription drugs.
If someone can come in and show them how a biology concept that they're learning in the classroom can be connected either to their life or a real problem that's happening in the world, they are able to make that connection.
We just looked at a subset of genes that were well known to be associated with not only nicotine dependence, but also smoking behaviors.
So what alleles?
The STEM specialist involves students in the process of scientific investigation, helping them to formulate questions and showing them how to collect and analyze data.
They think that when somebody performs an investigation that they always find the right answer, that they do it one time.
If you're not failing 80 to 90% of the time, then you're not on the cutting edge. If you're going to be on the cutting edge, you have to be able to put yourself out there and say, I'm going to be failing more than half of the time, and that's because I'm going where nobody's gone before. I'm doing something completely different.
We're going to do a really quick demonstration at this. So touch this to your tongue and tell me if you have a taste. If it tastes like anything. Raise your hand if it's sweet. Okay? Raise your hand if it doesn't taste like anything. If you could taste it strongly, raise your hand. I tricked you guys, it's all the same paper. So if it's all the same paper, but some of you don't taste anything, and I'm with you, I don't taste a thing, and some of you are like, oh, this is so gross, how can that be? Different DNA. Very clever, and she's right. What I would do as a scientist is I would say, that's really interesting. My hypothesis is maybe it's a gene. So then I could build an experiment around that to test my hypothesis. Collecting data is really important. We have to observe, and then we go in and we design specific experiments so we can start to answer these questions.
You start to get into it and you realize that all of the assumptions you made aren't right. But at the same time, it's very beautiful because you start to see what's actually going on take shape in front of your eyes.
For young students, STEM specialists provide the opportunity to know what's possible, to think concretely about their future, and to know what opportunities and careers offer challenges and very special rewards.
Making them think that it's something possible they can do, to really give them a hope or a dream, or make it realistic, like, wow, I can do this.
So I think that's one of the very gratifying parts of science, is when you realize you're wrong and that what's really going on is much more interesting than anything you could have ever thought of.
All the technological advances we're making, things that we're discovering, it's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing.
You're on the cutting edge of what is happening. So you really get to be at the forefront, no matter what kind of science you're doing.
The STEM Specialist in the Classroom program brings the excitement of real-world experiences of scientists into the classroom, helping students better understand the process of scientific investigation.